Now let's graph y equals 4 to the power of negative x. But before I get started with this guy over here, I will just graph y equals 4 to the power of x, and then make a change that will allow us to get to this. Y equals 4 to the power of negative x. Okay, so I'll just quickly remind you of what this graph would look like, with a very simple table of values. X is negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So if I plug in negative 1 for x, y is going to be equal to 4 to the power of negative 1. 4 to the negative 1 is just a quarter, so y is a quarter. Now if I plug in 0 for x, 4 to the 0 is 1. If I plug in 1 for x, y is 4. And if I plug in 2 for x, y is 16. So, okay. Each one of these are points, right? So here we have negative 1 for x, quarter for y. So somewhere around here. Then we have 0, 1 right here. Then we have 1, 4. 2 and 16 is already off the charts. And I call this just the standard Superman run. And just, this is not actually straight, but it almost looks like it, right? Because that's a horizontal asymptote that we have here. The graph won't actually touch the x-axis, but we'll get very close to doing so. And then, so Superman's running from left to right here, and then he just takes off. Let me try to make this look smooth. There we go. There's Superman, right there. So y equals 4 to the power of x. Excellent. So how does this relate to y equals 4 to the power of negative x? What's going to happen? Well, the negative here, this negative signal, will actually just reflect this graph on the y-axis. So every point is going to get reflected on the y-axis. So 1, 4 will become negative 1, 4. The 2 and 16 would become negative 2 and 16. So it's like off the charts here, right? But basically becoming this way. But let me try to make a better looking line anyways. This point won't change, right? Because that was 0 for x. So it won't change. And let's say we had this point here. And let me just show what's happening to you guys in a different way. This point is negative 1, 1 quarter, right? Because of the negative in front of the x, compared to this graph, we're actually just changing the signal of the x coordinate. So negative 1, quarter is going to become positive 1, 1 quarter. So positive 1, 1 quarter here. And this point that was 1, 4 became negative 1, 4 now. See, so the x value, the x coordinate's changing signal. So that's why the graph will look something like this. Actually, let me just make a straight line over here. Again, I'll mention that it's actually not straight, right, in real life, but it just approximates this, just because we have an asymptote at y equals 0. But just for aesthetical purposes, I decided to just make a straight line here. Okay, so it's basically sort of a backwards Superman run. He's going in the other direction. Here's Superman, and then he flies this way now. That's it. So the red line here, this red curve, is y equals 4 to the power of negative x. That's it.